Well, at least the mud ring around the outside is not there now. At least over there. Fresh homemade pea soup. My own recipe, which is fairly standard pea soup. But I add a sweet potato to it. Give it a little bit of more color and a touch of sweetness, just kind of there in the background. It's a really nice touch. And it is a stay indoors day today. Beautiful. October 1st. Currently 76 degrees. We're headed for 85. And the ladybugs are back swarming the windows. They were gone for a week. And I thought, oh, maybe we're going to escape for some reason. Why? Who knows why? Don't ask why. Just enjoy it. But the day before yesterday, oh my God, here they came. Fruit fly season is done. I can have bananas out. When it began a month ago, suddenly there were fruit flies everywhere. It was just a riot. And I keep bananas out. Why not? Well, that's why not. So I quickly put the bananas in a Ziploc, got everything under wraps that could possibly be attracting them. Took I got the garbage tied up in the garbage bag, double tied, put out in the car, new bag in there, and any garbage, any wet food, fruit leftovers, cut a banana up, you got the core, all of that went into a Ziploc on the counter here. And within 2 days at the most, fruit flies were virtually non-existent anymore. And I had to be under wraps for about a month, and then they were gone. Oh God, that's good. Ooh. Every time I make this, I probably say the same thing. Oh God, that's good. I want to make this more often. And I don't. It isn't a big problem to make it. Cut up carrots, celery, onion, buy an 8-ounce package of diced ham, dump that in the pot, a bay leaf, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of white pepper, 8 ounces of split peas, sweet potato. And I'm always surprised. I cook it for an hour and a half, and even then the peas are not cooked. I gotta go another 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes before they're finally softened. I'm wondering if it's how old they are. They've been up in the cupboard for 2 years, I think. And I wonder if I bought a fresh bag and tried it, they would cook up more quickly. It's a gale. Started about 15 minutes ago. There's weather moving in from the south. When I started this thing up just a little bit ago, there was a hell of a clattering, like stones being flung around. Same sound you get when you drive in mud and then you go out on the highway and it's flinging it all off under the wheel wells. Well, there's no mud on the tires and I wasn't moving, so and the clattering sounds like it's coming from in here. And I suspect red squirrels. There's an opening of some sort here, a large opening that runs down through this big tube into here. I don't know what that is, but and it comes out here. That can't be air intake because this is the air filter in here. But secondarily, I'm looking at hooking up a trickle charger, and I'm guessing these are the two leads. Brother-in-law talked about it. You can't get at the battery for putting trickle charger clamps on it, so they've put these things on. So secondarily, that's what I'm doing under here, looking to see what I need to hook a trickle charger up. It's 52 degrees. Just stepped out of the house, take a little break from my work, and holy moly. I'm so used to, oh man, look at the size of that thistle. That's about 3 feet wide. We have moved into, definitely it's fall now. Look how open. So quickly we forget what it used to look like in mid-July, late June, so closed up. It's nice to be able to see through. We've had about 1/3 of an inch of rain overnight. Tamaracks out there, still fully green. A week or two they'll be gold. They're the last ones to change every year. This is the birch blowdown here. And this is the hill I pushed the mower up when it sure looked a lot different than it does now. Not nearly as full of trouble. Doesn't look like it would take anything to bring the mower up the hill now. You know, going through these little saplings. That's a couple birches I'm looking forward to taking. One on the right has a solid lean toward the bog. But if I take that leaner out, I might be able to coax it with the winch and the ATV, coax it to come this way. That's my plan. ATV, I think I talked about it earlier. I started it yesterday. A hell of a clatter down somewhere in the engine, and looking, it's a process of discovery of what the hell is going on. And I went online, did some searching for removing that cover on the left side of the engine. That's the transmission cover. And the more I looked, the more I figured out it has a snorkel. You know, like for scuba diving, you know, you got a thing and a tube goes up so you can breathe when you're underwater. ATVs have a snorkel also, so you can go through deeper water and not suck water into the engine. Anyway, this thing has a snorkel. The opening is higher up under where the engine is, and it's an opening like that. Sucks air into, and that's not the air intake for the engine. I don't know what it is, but my realization is a red squirrel has gathered acorns for the winter and discovered the snorkel opening, has gone down in there and deposited acorns down into that transmission area. And so I have now learned how to take that cover off. You got to detach the snorkel in the front, and there's also one on the other side of the transmission cover. Then unscrew the bolts, pull that cover off, and that's where it is, inside there. So that's next on my list of things I gotta do when we get a non-rainy day like tomorrow or the day after. Tackle that. I'm curious to see what's in there. And then the problem is, that is an older ATV, and apparently that snorkel opening is just open. Some of the newer models have a guard on them, like a screen or a barricade with holes in it so the air can go in, but no animals can go in. I'm going to have to fashion something like that for the ATV, using maybe a hardware cloth, 1/4-inch weave. It's like window screen, only much coarser, much more open. Fashion a guard that I can put over that to keep the red squirrels out of there. Well, we're getting close to Otter Pond. I'm interested to see what the water level looks like again now with more rain we've gotten. Got a light mist going on.